nuclear weapons. The Kremlin says Moscow has the right to deploy nuclear arms if the use of conventional weapons against it or Belarus creates a critical threat to its sovereignty. The new policy also states that any aggression against Russia by a nation with the support of a nuclear state will be considered a joint attack. US President Joe Biden has recently allowed Ukraine to use missiles provided by Washington inside Russian territory, which Moscow has called an escalation. Russia has been stepping up its attacks on Ukraine's northeastern border region of Sumy, which killed at least 6 people on Tuesday. The area borders the Russian region of Kursk, which Ukraine invaded in August. Yulia, you've been looking into this document. Putin himself has signed this off, which means it's loosened the criteria for Russia's use of nuclear weapons. What more details do you have on this? And its use of nuclear arms. What does this mean militarily?
It's been one of many. So Russia has conducted tactical nuclear weapons drills, has conducted strategic nuclear weapons drills, which involves nuclear weapon submarines, bombers, and of course it's a land-based ICBM force, in order to be able to show the world that it still has these weapons. It is a major nuclear power, about 1,700 deployed warheads, so on a par with the United States. But are they in actual much use on the battlefield? Not really, because using one invites an opposing force to use theirs in retaliation, and very quickly you'll have a runaway scenario where you're in general nuclear war, which will be the destruction of everything. So no, they're not that much use, but certainly used diplomatically.
So should the world be worried? I mean, is Russia likely to follow through with using them, or is it sort of flexing muscles given what's going on and the timing of all of this?
It's certainly flexing muscles. It is reminding the world that there's a limit, and this is a de facto red line. By the way, the changes to the Russia's nuclear doctrine that Putin put in place were started to roll from September onwards. So this is his ratification of what has already been in the pipeline. But yes, this is reminding the world that it's a nuclear power and there's a limit to what it will take. But it really doesn't have many options, as we discussed, in terms of using it militarily. The only real option would be to scare the world a little by perhaps testing on its own soil, reminding what a nuclear weapon looks like.
Strike Russia with these weapons or not. It is about making a decision about whether NATO countries are directly involved in the military conflict or not. If this decision is made, it significantly changes the very essence, the very nature of the conflict. And we will make appropriate decisions based on the threats that will be created for us.
Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov has accused the US of intensifying the war.
Praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Kwakadash. We see in the video, okay, Russia is threatening, to use nuclear bombs, okay, and all this is, mentioned of in the scriptures, okay. So we're gonna read Revelation chapter 7:1, because the Lord is not going to release these things or let these things happen until His people is sealed, okay. So according to Revelation 7:1, it says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds." So the winds that it's talking about is talking about the wind from the nuclear blast, from from those nuclear missiles. That's the wind that it's talking about, okay, because that's a destroying wind. Let me start over. It says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the four winds." So anyway, so those 4 winds it's talking about is the 4 winds from the nuclear bombs, okay. So the angels is holding back the wind for a certain amount of time. It says holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any trees, And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice in the four angels, Salaki. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. So these angels is holding back till a certain amount of people is sealed under the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, and once these people are sealed, then that's when the angels is going to let loose the destruction wind, the destructive wind. Okay, it says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000, and of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So on all, it's going to be 144,000 from each tribe sealed, and that's going to be the governing body. The brothers who teach the truth, teach the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the multitude who believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in His truth. So what we seeing in the video is just Bible prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, and the Lord is going to stir up. The angels going to stir up the minds of these devils to destroy themselves. Okay, so that's why we keep saying repent, return back to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, so you be saved in that time that these things happen. Okay, you're not gonna be saved under no other name. You're not gonna be saved under nothing else but Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So it's not really a time to be playing around out here. You really have to be seeking the Lord in these last days, because if you're not seeking the Lord in the last days, you're gonna be destroyed. So I wanted to share that with you, man, because a lot of our people, uh, think it's a game out here, and they playing around with the name of the Lord, instead of calling on these idol gods, and they're not gonna be saved under those names. So I'm gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 51 and 1. Jeremiah chapter 51. Look at that. Went right to it. 51 and 1. All praises. It says, thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, which is America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. So the Lord is going to send that nuclear weapon over here, and that's going to be the judgment and the fire that's going that's going to destroy America. Okay. He said, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. See that? So it said in verse 3 says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. See, the bow is talking about the weapon, the nuclear bomb. That's the bow. And the archer is someone who shoots the bow. Okay, so these people, this talking about the nuclear war. He said, and against him that lifted himself up in his bra I'm sorry, in his braggadon, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So the Lord is going to destroy all, these armies that, who come up against the Lord people, and who come up and who fight against the Lord. So I just wanted to share that with y'all today. I'll be back with the next one, Lord willing. Remember to repent, turn back to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and double honors to Great Millstone. Peace.